Hello there and welcome to Songs of Praise, which today comes from my home city of Belfast. Later we'll be going to the parish of St Thomas in the south of the city. Thomas, the apostle who gives his name to the church, is better known as Doubting Thomas. But Thomas turned from doubt to belief, and that's the theme of this programme. Coming up, music from L'Angelus and Schola Cantorum. The nun who has never doubted God, and some wonderful hymns accompanied by the New Irish Orchestra. That stained glass window shows Thomas the Apostle, who didn't believe Jesus had risen from the dead. He was only convinced when confronted by the evidence of the crucifixion, and as a result, he became a man of great faith. Well, our first hymn proclaims great faith with the words, "No more we doubt thee." It's a rousing tune from George Frederick Handel and a favourite on Songs of Praise. Thine be the glory. When things are going well, it's easy to have faith, but when we have to face painful moments like the death of an only son, it can be a very different story. David Lyle is the chief executive of an award-winning advertising agency, and here's his story.
Matthew was a lovely, witty lad, and I'm not just saying that myself because I was his father. The letters we received about him after his death were heartbreaking, because they were unanimous in painting this picture of a joyful, friendly, affable, kind, generous person, but yet he was a tormented soul. Drugs and addiction cursed his life and brought him to terrible places. It's a normal reaction for anyone faced with the terrible tragedy of losing your only son to ask the question, why? And why us? Why me? But we came through that, and indeed my wife was very, very clear in her thinking that God is sovereign. We were given new strength to come through that terrible period in our lives. Faith held us through it and brought us through it, and through all the doubts and the problems that you face with this, and the crushingness that you go through, and the times when you feel utterly broken. And it was faith, it was the love of Christ that brought us through it. I think it's very important in terms of dealing with the death of your only son that you actually celebrate the good memories you have. And I found that this is an important part of faith, and of biblical faith, that we are to approach everything with thanksgiving. I give thanks for Matthew's life. My wife Helen and myself started the website for Matthew because he had such important things to say about drugs and addiction, and his own words about how addiction had captured his life and enslaved him and destroyed his life. His own words are so powerful. This reality needed to be brought out to people in the hope that even one life might be saved from this misery that drug taking brings.
And not long after the website was up and running, David faced another crisis of conviction.
Helen was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and I think that was another shocking blow for us as a family. It just came in a flash, and she was gone. And so then we had the same, fundamental issue to deal with. Why us? Why Helen? When you're not expecting it, a sudden memory will trigger, a deep sense of loss and brokenness. The way to deal with it is to celebrate the good memories, the positive memories, happy times together, and that's how to deal with it, in thanksgiving. In life, we're always dealing with the certainty of the unexpected. That is the biggest single reality that everybody watching this program faces. And I think that faith in the love of Christ, faith in the risen Christ, is an important way of dealing with the certainty of the unexpected.